Happy anniversary.
Dan, my husband, he's an amazing dad.
Really? At least let me put my kid down.
Culturizando presenta Qué Ver con MaVi Gangi.
Reading the script, it was so relatable and so enjoyable, the film, for both parents and children alike. And it's very rare that you find that balance. Normally, kids will say, okay, they're getting dragged to a movie by their parents, or parents will go to see a movie because their kids are interested in it. But this really is full-on wish fulfillment for everybody of all ages. And it's very rare that you have a movie that works in that capacity. So I couldn't be more excited about people really just enjoying this film in this holiday season.
Well, I think that people are going to watch it and they're going to feel very connected to this character, to Jessica and to Dan as well. I mean, this is a family that's very relatable in the world today. I think a lot of the themes and the things that they kind of endure as a family, despite the assassin component, are things that other, families and relationships, they struggle with. And so I think that this film is really about a family really trying to discover one another again and to reconnect.
Hold on.
I think that you see a couple that is dedicated to that and supporting their families, and ultimately they support each other, and I think that's really beautiful.
It is, and they found together that line. It's the thing that is pulling them apart, and I love that.
That's right.
Mark, why is it important for you to portray so many different types of fathers in your movies?
I'm embracing being a dad. I think, instead of, trying to fight the inevitable and trying to stay young and finding roles that aren't really age appropriate, I'm embracing the idea of being a dad of, children and grown-up children, and, sooner rather than later, hopefully being a grandfather. And, it's much more healthy that way.
You have everything for everyone in this one.
Yeah.
Yes, it really is.
Just Mark, what was your favorite action or romantic scene in the movie?
Well, I mean, you can't, not mention the scene where she's throwing out the toothbrush and they reconnect, where she meets, old Dan,
yes.
For the first time, but also when the whole entire family gets involved and everybody's doing their part to fight to keep our family together. It's really cool, because it seems like, okay, the kids are capable of doing their part. So I just love the film. I think it's so enjoyable and much needed at this time of year for people.
5 hours on a plane or 33 hours in a car?
Can someone unlock the car, please?
In general, I tend to be someone that is has always been willing to take advice from people that are close to me and that I trust and love. And I think throughout the movie, Nina opening up and being willing to take advice and trust the opinions of people around her that love her is super beneficial to her, and something that I feel like I related to, in real life.
What about you, Van?
Yeah, I mean, sort of the same thing. I think Kyle really, comes out of his shell during the movie. Especially with his family. He has this whole streaming thing going on that his family, barely knows about, and he's able to, share that with them and show that with them, and that's, his passion. In real life, I can tend to be a little more reserved, and I think over the course of filming the movie, I came out of my shell too, so I think that really helped, for sure.
Wow, that's beautiful, and that's great to know, because we need the projects or the works we are in to fall in love with them, to do them better.
Yeah.
And, this is a reason to love it. But
Yeah.
I bet that you had a lot of fun doing this movie.
For sure.
Especially during those car scenes that everybody is inside of it. I mean, how fun was it? What can you tell us about those scenes?
We were in that car so much, all the time. Every day was just sitting in the car. My legs would be falling asleep.
Yeah.
I'd be falling asleep in the car.
Oh, yeah.
it'd be long days sitting in the car, but it was fun. It did
fun.
make for getting close to everybody because you're just sitting in such close quarters
Yeah,
all the time.
I felt at home. I had my same seat in the car, in the
Yep.
van every single time, yeah.
A little pothole. Maxie's been up the whole time, by the way.
Simon, who would have thought that you could do like this sort of a spy movie for the whole family?
Well, I don't know. It was fun trying.
Yeah, and I think it's great to have this kind of options that you can watch with the whole family, and also to have a beautiful message. Can you tell us a little about the message you're giving the audiences of Apple TV Plus with this?
Well, I don't want to sound like a sort of preachy kind of guy, but you only get one family, and you've got to make the best of it. You should try to be as honest with them and yourself as you can. And, you know, it's easy to hide away and be stuck in your own gig, but your family is going to be with you for the rest of your life, hopefully. And, you know, it's a beautiful thing to understand them.
That's beautiful. And even if you have it for a short period of time, you have to like embrace every time you have with them.
Yes, exactly.
I wanted to talk about with you about the baby we see here, because I think editing is key for him here. But I was wondering the whole time, it is a real baby or it's CGI?
It's a real baby. It's a real baby. We had to do some clever editing for sure. But, you know, because we were asking a lot of this baby, that, you know, totally sweetheart, but when you're 18 months old, you know, you don't really take direction very well. And yeah, it was a lot of work. We needed to be patient. We were lucky. Mark Wahlberg is very good with kids, so he was really patient and really supportive. And it turned out in the end that the baby loved working with us, I think. Maybe I'm just saying that, but I'm pretty sure. And as I say, the baby on screen mostly is just the baby.
Yes, it is. It's not a great movie without that baby, you know? I love Mark, but that baby made it for me.
Good.
Look at you playing the family, man.
I'm not playing. This is my life. Hey.
I'm kind of into spontaneous dance.
Wait. Go. Mwah! New record.
Qué Ver con MaVi Gangi.
Una producción de gangistudio.com.